Dan. How are you doing today, man?
Good, man. Really great. We're just getting ready to leave Nashville now to go out on tour, so just kind of running around doing the last few things and getting our bits and pieces together.
Well, welcome back to the United States. How are things going so far in the preparation for the tour?
Very well. We've been rehearsing for the last 3 days, and we just had to hire a guitar player when we got here, so we've just been working at the set and kind of breaking him in, but we're all very excited and we can't wait to get going.
You guys are in Nashville today, and the tour with Hinder kicks off tomorrow in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi.
Kind of an unusual place to start a tour, but...
Yeah. Well, we've never been anywhere down there, so we're looking forward to seeing it.
Now, this is your first full U.S. tour, is it not?
It is, yeah. We've done kind of minimal stuff in the past. We've done a couple of shows in New York or L.A. and a couple in Nashville as well, and we did South by Southwest, but it's the first tour proper, you know, with the record out and everything, so it's something that we're really looking forward to.
Right, so do you guys have any expectations as you're heading out onto the road?
We really don't know what to expect, you know. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this, so I really couldn't tell you what to expect, you know, that kind of way.
Well, you guys are off to a great start, because there's a lot of bands over in Europe that can't even get any funding to do a tour here in the U.S., so you guys hooking up with Hinder with the album not even being out yet is a phenomenal start.
Yeah, no, we realise we're very lucky. Like, we've got some really good people around us. We've got UEG management, and then our label at home, Religion, have been kind of great with the support that they've given us. So yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. So we're just here ready to kind of get going and grab it with both hands.
So let's get into it then. Just for those who are completely unfamiliar with the band, which so far is a lot of people, unfortunately, but I expect that to change this year. But give us a little history lesson on Kopek.
We've been together for about 8 years. We always try to kind of keep kind of true to our own kind of music and not follow trends and stuff like that. And I think you can hear that in the album, that where our influences come from, and it's apparent in the music when you listen to it. We kind of just believed in the dream and just kept trying to get it off the ground. You know, we've had some knockbacks in the past, but it's kind of come around now, and we've got a bit of luck in the past year or so. You know, maybe it's time to start turning things around, so we're looking forward to it.
Just for fun and by way of introduction, tell us something unique about each member of the band.
Brad he eats the quickest fast food meal I've ever seen in my life. It's like he just breathes the shit in, to be honest. Whereas Shane would be kind of the opposite. He'd just eat half of everything and just leave it there. So, you know, he can get by on like half the money for the week.
And what about you?
What about me? The lads are saying that I'm an asshole, so I suppose it must be pretty close to the truth.
Now, you guys started when you were in your teens. When did you know for yourself that music was your path? I think after the first gig. It's just, you play live, and, you know, either it's going to connect with you or not. And I think after the first gig or so, our efforts went into kind of making sure that it would be a lifestyle for us, and we could, you know, make it so that we could do this every day and earn a living from it. So yeah, I think once you get bitten by the bug at the very start, you know, you're all in or you're out, you know, that kind of way. Right. And for you guys, I mean, in an age when band size seems to keep escalating, you guys have stuck with the old power trio format.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper to get us around the place. And also, it's just something that we have a kind of a connection, because we've worked so well together and for so long that when we're writing songs, it really is a three-way thing. So I think that it kind of helps. And also, if you've got more people in the band, they can get confused with so many different opinions floating around. So, you know, there's enough opinions going on with the three of us. You know, we kill each other daily over things. So I think that another person would kind of mess things up a little bit too much.
As you mentioned, though, you're adding a touring guitarist to help fill out the sound when you're on the road? Yeah, I put a lot of extra guitars on the album, and I just felt that to do it justice, we'd need to get the extra guy in. Gotcha. So let's talk about the debut album, White Collar Live. I've had my hands on this disc since last spring, and it was originally slated for a 2010 release. Then it was supposed to be out this month. Now the date is March 1st, assuming it doesn't get moved again. Is that a solid date?
Yeah, March the 1st is the real date. It's kind of been a bit all over the place for the past while just to arrange the release and just with us getting to America, so we've had to move things around a little bit, but we're all in good shape now, and the day is definitely the 1st of March.
Well, and that brings up the question with you guys going out on tour and everything. Is it going to be difficult in your mind to go out on a tour like this and not have the product available for the fans?
We're going to have copies of the album at the gigs, so the official release will be the 1st of March, but we'll be able to sell copies of the album at the gigs, so I suppose in some way we're getting it to them. Obviously we'd like to have the album out proper for our tour, but just circumstance, it hasn't turned out like that, so if anybody is looking for the album, we're going to have them at the gigs.
Come out to the tour then, absolutely, and it's going to be a monster tour. Hinder's new album is excellent too. But let's talk about your album. White Collar Lies, the title track and the cover art, there seems like there's some sort of a message there. Do you guys see yourselves as a political band or a band with a message?
I wouldn't see ourselves as political. You know, I think we just, whenever we write about something, we want to make sure that it's heartfelt and that we mean it, so it can come from a range of different issues. You know, it could be political, or else it could be something quite personal, but whatever it is, we really want to make sure that we get across the emotion and that it's something that we feel strongly about. It has to be something that we feel strongly about to kind of get us fired up enough to write a song about it.
But you chose that particular song to be the title of the album. Was there a reason why?
I think it just kind of fitted with, like, timing-wise, with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. And also, there's a couple of other songs in the album that kind of tie into that idea as well. So it just seems like the perfect kind of envelope or umbrella title to include everything on the album. Also, Brad found, like, the artwork for the front of the album. Brad, the bass player, found that on the internet. And then once we saw that, it just, everything seemed to fit in together. And, it couldn't really be any other title from that point on.
That's a great album cover, the noose with the tie. And
yeah, it says it all, you know.
Exactly, and you're right, it is, with what the state of what's going on right now, and not just our country, but the world. It's really rough to count on your politicians.